24/7, I'm Aaron Dean. Time is running out for the people aboard the missing submersible that went missing near the wreckage of the Titanic. Search crews say that they heard banging sounds in 30-minute intervals that continued for hours. Chris Wynn has the latest.
The minutes melt away on search crews' potential to find people alive as oxygen runs short on board the missing Titan submersible.
The surface search is now approximately 2 times the size of Connecticut, and the subsurface search is up to 2.5 miles deep, exponentially expanding the size of the search area.
The longer it takes, the less likely that a positive outcome will occur.
But all hope is not lost. Cutting through the darkness of the deep sea, consistent banging noises have been detected during the search.
We don't know the source of that noise, but we've shared that information with Navy experts to classify it. In the meantime, it's a target, it's a focus for us to look at. And so we've deployed the remote operated vehicles and the surface vessel, the Canadian Coast Guard surface vessel that has sonar capability in the vicinity.
You can't ignore the banging, and you don't have time to wait to analyze the sounds exactly. So you have to assume, I think, that they're human-made.
Until the sub is found, there's more questions than answers as to what happened. Right now, all experts can do is speculate.
Was there a problem with the porthole? Was it a problem with the pressure? Was it a problem with the valve? But if a submersible doesn't go back to the surface on itself, on its own, it's really that there is a deep problem.
A federal judge struck down an Arkansas ban on gender-affirming treatment for transgender youth this week. It's the strongest blow yet to a state prohibition on such care. The judge says that the state's Save Adolescents from Experimentation Act would violate the U.S. Constitution and that the 2021 law cannot be enforced. The now blocked law banned access to puberty blockers, a treatment used to prevent the onset of puberty. It also banned so-called cross-hormone therapy. State officials do plan to appeal. And the Supreme Court will look at the law banning accused domestic abusers from buying guns. The Supreme Court is meeting this week to consider adding this high-profile Second Amendment case next term. Currently, federal law bans people with domestic violence restraining orders from having guns. Just a year ago, the High Court issued a landmark opinion that marked the broadest expansion of gun rights in decades. Andrew Tate proudly proclaims himself to be a, quote, misogynist influencer. Now, he's facing serious charges. Tate, his brother, and 2 women were indicted in Romania this week on human trafficking, rape, and gang-related charges. Here's what we know about Tate and the charges that he's facing.
I do believe, if I had to predict the future, that they will charge me.
Another chapter in the saga of divisive social media influencer Andrew Tate. Now he, his brother, and 2 female Romanian citizens have been indicted in Romania. Prosecutors say the charges are human trafficking, rape, and setting up a criminal gang. The Tate brothers and the women have been under house arrest during the criminal investigation for alleged abuses against 7 women, accusations they have denied. But who is this self-proclaimed misogynist? Back in 2016, Andrew Tate found his first claim to notoriety when he was removed from the British reality TV show Big Brother, with no public reason given.
You learn a lot more by being quiet.
In the years since, Tate turned his attention to online creation, where he shot to internet fame, racking up at least 11.6 billion views on TikTok, mostly for his views on masculinity, gender roles, and wealth.
I don't think the world has ever been equal. I'm saying that the modern society we live in has been built by men. All the roads you see, all the buildings you see, everything around you, men built.
Like this video, where the former kickboxer speaks about his version of so-called equality.
Who had a completely different role.
Tate's rhetoric prompted concern from critics about his influence on teenage boys, before being suspended by most major social media networks last August for violating their policies. Controversies around Tate and his brother slowly became a legal issue as Romanian prosecutors pursued claims of human trafficking and rape. Just before his December arrest, Tate became embroiled in a Twitter spat with Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg over his car's emission.
I'm not actually mad at Greta.
Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled.
Now, as the brothers await trial, Tate's Twitter has since been reinstated, with more than 6.9 million followers reading his every word. Commentators wonder whether it may take more than a clever tweet to change the tide. Sam Abdulaziz, CNN, London.
Democratic Congresswoman Lisa Blunt Rochester is running for Delaware's open U.S. Senate seat. If she wins, she would become the first black senator to represent Delaware. Senator Tom Carper is retiring, so the race will not feature an incumbent. Blunt Rochester started her political career as an intern for Carper. She joined the House of Representatives in 2016. She is a member of the Congressional Progressive Caucus and said it has been an honor to protect seniors, the environment, small businesses, and reproductive rights. Republicans have not won a Senate seat in Delaware since 1994. The NCAA is considering dropping cannabis from its list of banned drugs and testing for athletes. The organization's Committee on Competitive Safeguards and Medical Aspects of Sports is calling for the removal of cannabis from the banned list and from testing. The committee says that there's an agreement that cannabis is not a performance-enhancing drug. The committee is asking for the NCAA to pause cannabis testing at championship events while the policy change is considered. For cannabis to be removed from the banned drug list, all three divisions need to approve a rule change. A final decision by the organization is expected in the fall. Well, summer is officially upon us with a record-breaking heat wave in Texas. Experts predict that much of the country is in for a scorching season.
Today is the first day of summer. For kids, that means no school, water fun, and of course, ice cream. But for the planet,
we are now in this summer season of severe weather events.
People in Texas can attest to that. Parts of the South are kicking off summer with excessive heat warnings. So how hot is it?
It's a rule. We have mandatory swimming every day.
According to the National Weather Service, several Texas cities have new heat records from this week. Officials there are worried about a record-setting strain on the power grid.
Voluntary conservation is a very widely used industry tool that can help lower demand for specific periods of time.
And this photo shows cookies baking in a car in Central Texas. But the rest of the country isn't off the hook. Officials predict above average temperatures in most states this summer. Ocean warmth is already record-setting, and toasty waters are even a concern in the Midwest.
Some fish simply aren't built to handle excessive heat, and when the water gets too hot, they die.
Experts predict broader records in the next 2 years as El Nino combines with climate change.
Countries can prepare fresh water. They can prepare for potentially upcoming drought or an increased risk for drought or an increased risk for flooding.
I'm Amy Kindly reporting.
Maddame Tussauds New York unveils the new Billy Porter wax figure. The Advocate channel has an exclusive behind-the-scenes look at how all of this came to be. Check it out.
I guess I've really arrived. The eyes are freaking me out. Let me hold it. The thing I like about New York is that the life is on the pavement. And all you have to do is walk outside and immerse yourself, and you will find it. My management team called, and they were like, you have to call us right away. And I was like, what? And they were like, Madame Tussauds has called.
And thanks for joining us for AC 24/7. For more, go to theadvocatechannel.com and subscribe on the Advocate Channel YouTube page. For AC 24/7, I'm Aaron Dean.